Jim Florentine is here, yeah.
I haven't seen Jim in a while, man.
Since Voss roast, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was last time, yeah.
That was great, right?
That was fun.
Yeah, everybody was talking about Florentine after the Voss roast because, I mean, people were so brutal to him the entire time that people, like, thought you weren't going to be able to come back after that, and you destroyed everyone.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It goes in one ear and out the other. Seriously, I want to get attacked.
Right.
I feel like bad if I don't.
And a roast, you expect to get brutalized at a roast. It's what it is.
Plus, if you get attacked like really badly, that gives you free range to do whatever you want and say whatever you want to all of them. Like nobody's going to be sitting there and being like, "Oh, Jim, that was a little harsh."
Yeah, they went a little over the line.
Yeah. It's good.
No, I didn't care at all. I never care on a roast. I'm just like, I just can't wait to get up there. I don't care what anyone says, whatever.
The only thing you care about at a roast is your shit getting stepped on.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing you care about is, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I wanted to attack his grandmother's AIDS. Oh, no.
So you don't even listen to the jokes about yourself. You just listen to the jokes about other people so you know if somebody's stepping on your jokes or not.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters.
That's
yeah,
so
you just crossing them out like, all right. And I went late, but not too many jokes got stepped on, which was good. So I've felt happy getting up there. But I don't care what anyone says. I mean, that's part of being on a roast. If you can't take it, then don't do the roast at all. If there's one thing that if they go after, it's going to make me upset, then don't even sign up for the roast.
Isn't that the worst when somebody's like, hey, I'm all for the roast and everything, but could you just avoid
I've never had anybody actually say that. I've heard stories of people doing it, though.
Yeah. Well, they say a lot of the celebrities that do like Comedy Central roasts have like things that I don't want to. I think
the Pam Anderson roast. Maybe I think I heard that they said don't touch on the Hep C that she had,
like,
and then there was something with Tommy Lee about the pool, some kid drowning in his pool or something like that, and they said don't bring that up. Or maybe that was what's his face.
William Shatner.
William Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh, his wife in the pool. Yeah, there's certain things he probably just didn't want. Didn't his wife die or no? William Shatner.
Yeah. She drowned in a pool. See,
these are not comedians, though. If you're a celebrity and you just sign up to do a roast for a charity, you're like, all right, I'll do it, but they probably approach you. It's not like with Voss where him and his wife put it. William Shatner, they probably approach you and go, do you want to do this roast? And he's like, yeah, but just don't make fun of my wife dying in a pool. And they're like, all right.
Yeah, I feel like if it was a kid dying in a pool, I'd go like, yeah, okay, that's a little over the line. But your wife dying in a pool, I think, is not over the line. I feel like
when it's
your
an
wife,
adult,
an adult dying in the pool is fair game. A kid, it's like, I wouldn't probably go there anyway.
So you should have been negotiating with Shatner. Said, look, it's not like she was a kid.
She's not your kid. She's your wife. Like, you could have divorced her anyway. She died in a pool. Like, that's something that people are going to want to talk about.
Yeah, celebrities don't have that. Again, they're not comics. So they're not used to getting fucking pounded that much. So for them, it's like they have certain things they probably don't want.
That's true.
One good thing about doing it is, like, besides, I know Luis Gomez. I'm not friends with him. We're not enemies.
How can you be?
I just don't know him that well. But other than that, all those guys are my friends. So everything I said out of my mouth, I didn't mean any of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, let me figure an angle on Colin Quinn. Let me figure an angle on Jim and Rich and just write about it and stuff like that. But I didn't mean any of it. So it wasn't mean-spirited to me at all. Even though it might have came off that. Like, nobody took it that way.
I don't think so. Everybody had a good time.
I don't know anyone that's ever gotten mad at a roast. I don't think. One time, I think I got some. I think Tony Woods got a little annoyed at me 15 years ago.
For what?
I don't even remember. It was just mildly.
I remember one time that the comic strip, the comedy club in New York, used to have a Christmas party every year, and they would show like videos. Comics would make videos. We watch it, and Jim, for some reason, went up there and just started roasting people.
Did I?
Yeah, yeah.
I have no memory of that.
Yeah. You said something about Mitch Vitale. Something about like the kid from Jerry Maguire wants his personality back or something like that. I'm like, this is great.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, you just went up. Yeah, I guess comics can go up there and talk, and you went up there and you roasted like 3 or 4 people.
Okay.
I loved it. I was fucking in the back howling.
Yeah, those parties were really weird too. You'd go it was an afternoon party for the comic strip. Their holiday party. Louis would always make these weird little movies that he would show, these bizarre little like homemade films. It was really a weird vibe.
Would they do them in the afternoon because they don't want to close the club at night?
Possibly, yeah.
They want to keep the club open for the gigs or whatever.
But Chislers.
Yeah, like a Sunday afternoon. Voss brought this girl with him from Jersey, as a date to the party. And I started rapping with her, and he's like, ugh. He goes, look. I go, no. He goes, comes over. He goes, what's going on here? I go, I was just talking to her about Jersey. He goes, dude, you can fuck her, but just give her a ride back to Jersey because I don't feel like it. I go, you serious? He goes, yeah, I don't feel like taking her back. He goes, you can fuck her, absolutely, but just give her a ride. I go, all right, cool. And I did.
You fucked her?
Yeah. Boss brought her, and I brought her.
He just looks at the reality of the situation. He's like,
I don't want to drive all the way back to Princeton. That's too far.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that really was. Voss really was a very generous guy when it came to that stuff.
He was. He goes, I don't care. Just take her back.
It's no feelings. There's no attachment to it. He doesn't take it as an ego shot. He's good with himself.
Voss's autism got me laid a few times.
Just gets bored of somebody and he's like, look, you can have her, but I love too. It's like a king. Right? Like, it's just like the women are they're either going to fuck the king or whoever the king tells them to.
Right, exactly. Like, look, just go fuck this guy. I got to go. The best Voss story ever is that Rascals Comedy Club down in Jersey.
Ocean, yeah. Well, Ocean or...
Ocean.
Yeah.
In Ocean Township on a Tuesday night, Voss picks this girl up. And they're going to get a hotel. There's a hotel like on 35 North. And it's a Tuesday, so there's nobody staying at a hotel.
Right.
In the middle of Jersey. So they pull into the parking lot, and the girl winds up blowing them in the car before they even get into the hotel. So he comes, and then he's like, all right, now I want to get out of here. He goes, I don't want to get a hotel. So he goes, all right, let me go to the front desk and go get a room. He comes out like 5 minutes later. He goes, they're all sold out. Meanwhile, there was 2 cars in the parking lot. He goes, what do you mean there's nobody here? He goes, no, there's a bunch of buses in the back. These big parties, so there's no rooms. And then he went home.
Take her home.
Yeah.
Was it sold out?
No, what a creep. It's all sold out because he came.
She blew him thinking, like, I'm going to make him come now.
Yeah.
It's just almost like an appetizer. Like, this is going to be a crazy night. We're going to get a hotel room. It's going to be luxurious. And he's like, already came. Like, what do you... I'm done.
The last thing you want to do is get a hotel with someone after you blow a load.
I know. So, yeah, you just matter. What is he going to do? So, yeah, she's probably thinking, all right, now we're going to have amazing sex. And let me get this one out of the way.
I bet we're going to get a hotel room now and he'll go down on me.
Right.
And then after that, we'll probably... And he's like...
He should at least return the favor.
Right. And we're going to need... We can do that in a car. Like, you can, but it's a little difficult. And he's like, no, it's sold out.
What about that story you and Voss with these girls in Vegas? You were in a hotel room with them and you guys were hitting on them all night till like 6, 7 in the morning. And finally, Voss goes to the girl, look, are you going to sleep with me or not? Just be honest with me. I could take it. And she goes, no. And he goes, you sure? He goes, no. And he just started farting. Because he was holding him in the whole night.
That's very familiar. I don't remember it.
Yeah. Just no patience.
None.
And he's not even like he'll accept that answer at that point.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm good. He goes, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I just want to know if I can let these out or not.
Yeah, if it's not going to happen, tell me now. And it's not. He doesn't take that. It's not because he wants the challenge. It's because he wants to fart.
Yeah.
He's just done. He's done trying. Like that one time we fucked around with that one female comedian years ago. And she was like laying between us. We're both on each side of her jerking off. And at one point, she got up, and then it was just me and him on the bed, and then she had to come back on the bed. It was just too creepy.
Because it was, what, the 3 of you naked?
No, we had our dicks out, and she was in the middle of playing with her tits. So fucking Voss... and
you were like, can we just lay next to you and jerk off?
Yeah, I don't think she didn't want to fuck either one of us.
Uh-huh.
But I remember... Voss looked over at me and he goes, all right, look, I'm going to flip a coin. Whoever loses has to fuck her. And then he comes first, and then he goes to the bathroom, and she had a cat, and there was cat shit in the bathroom, and I'm jerking off with this girl, and I just hear, because it smelled like cat shit. He was a real fucking piece of garbage.
What a scumbag.
Yeah.
What a complete scumbag.
Yeah.
And but after all that, he's the one who's like married with a family, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? Like I haven't fucked around and done that with one of my buddies in a long time. Like that's how I know all my friends are getting responsible and getting married and having kids and stuff like that. Because I haven't had those experiences. And
I mean, if you're still doing that at 49, isn't that a little like?
No.
I mean, even
no.
trying.
It isn't.
Yeah.
No, but you know what it was? Girls in the 90s, especially when most of the shit went down, they were more into like 2 guys on them instead of like now it's like 2 chicks and a guy. The threesome has changed. Yeah, it was always dudes.
Why is that?
Girls always wanted 2 guys in the room. Rarely did you get 2 women at the same time.
I don't think I ever pulled it off on the road.
2 guys?
2 women?
2 women, no.
Oh, 2 women.
No, I never pulled that off on the road. I had to. Me and Jim picked up girls one time in fucking North Carolina, and I gave such a lousy performance, and I had to watch him fuck his girl really well in the next bed.
He did better than you?
Oh my god, he was fucking tearing her apart.
Were you finished before he was?
I didn't fuck her. My dick wouldn't get hard, so I was just eating her pussy. I was wearing all black. It was really creepy.
This is an amazing story. So we had a deal that we were playing in like Raleigh, North Carolina. It's like 9 hours away. So we're a Saturday night. We're going over to gig. I said, all right, look, if we meet girls, we're staying tonight. If we don't meet any, we're going to drive home. And Jim's up all night, so he'd rather drive through the night. And he's like, all right, fair enough. So at the end of the show, this girl comes over and she starts rapping with me, and Jim's ready to go because there's no other girls around. And I go, look, I got to be on. I go, my friend wants to leave. We got to go back to Jersey tonight. What are we going to do? She goes, no, we're going to fuck. I'm like, can you guarantee me that? Because I don't want to stay tonight because he really wants to go. She goes, no, believe me, we're going to have a good time. I go, Jim, we got to stay.
Yeah.
And Jim was fucking pissed. But he's like, all right, I got to do it. It's my friend. What
you
am I
have
gonna
to do it, yeah.
He's got to do
Especially when a girl is telling you, like, no, do not go home.
Yeah, she said,
we're
do not
fucking.
go home. So we go to this like sports bar, and we're sitting there, and she goes, I have a friend for your friend. She shows up, she's like 300 pounds.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was a pig.
She was a pig. And
was the girl that you're talking to, was she good looking?
Yeah, she was like an
8.5. Yeah, she was very, very attractive.
I took her in the bathroom and fucked her in the bathroom. As Jim's talking to the girl at the table, her friend. And
I was keeping the fatty occupied.
Yeah, he took a bullet for me because she didn't say, where's my friend? They've been gone a long time. He was a professional. He was asking her how she likes her steaks done, So Jim's miserable, but he's like, all right, I got to hang. What am I going to do? And then the fat girl leaves, and she goes, I have this. All of a sudden, this other girl shows up, like a 9.
No, the fat girl stayed, and the other girl showed up, and the five of us were talking.
Were you attracted to the big girl?
I was not, even as a person. I hated her. But do you remember that I finally started doing well with this pretty girl talking about being a vegan or animal rights? And then you ran blocker on the fat one who kept saying she wanted to go.
Yes.
So you and the other girl were keeping the fat one occupied for me now. And I'm talking to this attractive one. And then we wanted to get out of there, the 4 of us. And the fat one wanted to go home. Oh, no, the fat one wanted to leave. And her friend, in fairness, went, all right, all right, I'll see you later. And the other girls let her leave.
Yeah.
You'd think friend groups would figure out, like, who's who in the group. Like, if the girl who is obviously not there for the same reasons as the other is, like, trying to convince the group to leave, it's like, it's not your spot.
Well, she had an attitude. That's why Jim didn't like her to begin with. Like the fat one. But Jim was basically at death's door with the fat one. He was so miserable talking to her. And this 9 showed up, and he fucking perked up.
He did?
And he pulled it out of
His
nowhere.
mood changed?
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. He was just on a roll with this one, and they were just talking back and forth. And then I just started talking to the fat one, and me and a friend are just keeping her busy, rapping with so Jim can work that
Jim
one.
can do the thing.
And then a half hour later, us 4 went back to the hotel room.
And they let the fat girl leave. And usually they'll stick with their girlfriend, but they were like, all right. And she left. But then I couldn't do anything.
How? So
no, you were eating her box.
For a long time. I finally took her up to my room.
But why couldn't you get hard if, like, you would think that the happiness of being like, oh my God, I was almost stuck with this fat chick.
And he pulled out a 9.
Because my friend was in the room. It was just weird.
And I was making noises.
Yeah, it was just killing me.
He had an 8.5 and you had a 9, you said.
Yeah.
So, like, you think, like, I know what he's got. I've got the hotter chick. Like, this is exciting.
It was double beds. We're obviously really close to each other.
Yeah, it was just weird.
I was one, he was on the other. I would look over, and Jim was going down on her for like an hour.
Right, I had her pussy for a while.
Yeah.
Did you have trouble getting hard?
He did not.
No, please.
Did it bother you?
I don't care if my family's watching. Like an erection. No.
Yeah. So it didn't. The whole, like, oh, my buddy's in the room.
No.
That didn't bother you.
No,
no.
I thought it was funny.
Right.
Yeah, it bugged me. I couldn't do it. I've done a few of those, but it's always weird for me when it's a friend. I did take her up to my room after that, and I ate her pussy for a while, but she was one of those girls who couldn't come.
Oh.
Like, she'd get really close, and then she'd stop you.
So she couldn't come, and you couldn't get hard.
Yeah, we were meant for each other. But
no wonder your conversation was so good. Nothing else was.
Well, she would get up close, and she would like, and then she would no, and then she would like physically push you off. It was one of those, like, there's something blocking.
Isn't that amazing? Like, you get out of nowhere, you have unbelievable game with this girl that's way too hot for you. You never think it's going to happen. You get her upstairs, and you have the worst sex of your life.
It was the oral sex was good. Like, I enjoyed eating her pussy, but she just couldn't come.
I mean, but it's just like...
I think I'm guessing she blew me. I don't remember. I mean, it's going back a long time.
I'll tell you, but
well, you were busy doing your own thing.
He was banging that one, and you kept in touch with that one, but the other one would never get back to me.
Yeah,
I think she was none too pleased.
Yeah, I kept in touch with her for a while, but it was. I remember we were up for this show on VH1, me and Jim, to be like roommates on some TV show or whatever, this pilot. And I guess we had a call back like 2 days later, and we're sitting in there with the directors now in the room, like all the big people are in the room. And right before we sit down, the guy goes, "So you guys are friends in real life?" And then Jim decides to tell the whole story.
What?
To the director, and there's a woman there and stuff. How Jim, I was eating a pussy, and Jim was making these noises, and I couldn't.
VH1?
Yeah, and the director's like, "Holy shit!" And they all started laughing. They're like, "This is so shocking that this is actually funny." And we got the gig.
And is that Michael Rosen?
Yeah, Michael Rosen, and then whoever the director was at the time. There was a bunch of people in the room.
That's another thing about the 90s.
He told
the 90s,
that
that shit was like...
acceptable.
That would have gotten you a gig. Now, if you did it, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't this."
And we did 2 versions of that pilot. I think of that pilot all the time. Me and Jim did this. One time we did one here, and I think one they flew us to L.A. for.
Yeah, in L.A.
And the first one was really funny. They let us write our own stuff. They put this fucking lame, douchey L.A. writer on the one we did in L.A.
Well, what was the premise?
It was like a Beavis and Butthead thing where you're sitting there as roommates watching videos and commenting. And there was 3 couples. It was me and Jim. We're like buddies. We were just roommates. What was your name? Jerry and I remember our names were something and Jerry.
Why if you're just watching videos
we
and making jokes?
We all lived in the same apartment complex. We were in different apartments, like 4 different different people.
Was there a narrative to it? Like, was there a story?
They would just go from apartment to apartment.
Yes.
Why can't you use your real names then?
I don't remember. That's just how they wrote it.
Yeah, that's
something in Jerry.
Jerry and something. They gave us these names.
And there was a girl who actually wound up marrying Barry Katz. Suzanne, that she was she was an actress at the time. Her and this other guy played a couple, and then there's 2 gay guys.
Howard's wife was in it. Beth Ostrowski was in it.
Was she in that pilot?
Yeah, she was in this. She was in the original one in New York. Yeah.
Wow. Was she?
Yeah.
Who did she? Oh, was she married to like the good? I didn't remember she was in that.
Yeah, she was in it. Yeah.
Was she married to like the good-looking guy? There was like a regular couple.
I think so. Yeah.
I was Beth Ostrowski.
But we were on the set with her one day, and we were like, "Hi," and she was just just look right through us.
Struck out.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even
instantaneously.
Close. Yeah, I mean,
oh my
15.
God, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
yeah.
The hot girl on the set who wanted nothing to do with this. I didn't realize it was her.
But VH1 actually hired us for writers, so we had a writing gig. We were in like 1515 Broadway in that building, sitting in a room writing the scripts for me and Jim. They hired us. And we were in this little room, and we just farting
all day, dropping gassers.
And we count them. We have a little counter: 1, 2, 3, /5, 10. I think Jim hit like 43 one day. And the room reeked. And what we call over like an intern and go, "Look, there's something wrong with the computer. Can you come in here and check it out?" And there was nothing wrong with it. And the guy wouldn't say anything because he was an intern. And we go, "What about there? Can you check this?"
Just try to keep him in the room as long as possible.
And even like the director and the producer, the guy running the whole thing, we'd make him come in the room. "Hey, could you check this script out?" He goes, "Oh, I'll be right down," and just walked into a wall of farts.
Did he say anything?
He'd give us the finger.
Oh,
you
he
fucking
knew.
Assholes.
I remember we went out to L.A. to shoot. We did go out to L.A. to shoot the second pilot. The first one I thought was good. Matt Reese was in one of them. They shot a version with Matt Reese.
Yeah.
With me and Jim, they didn't use us for one version, and then they're like, "Okay, we want to use you guys." So we went out to L.A.
That's reassuring.
And I remember they realized the error of their ways, and then they shot a second version with us. And I remember I blew my whole per diem on an escort the first night we got there because she said she looked like Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
It was $300 was my per diem for the week, my food money for the week.
Right.
And I fucking blew it on a prostitute the first night.
Yeah, it was like $40 a day. You got $300 for the 7 days or whatever it was.
But they gave it to you all up front.
Yeah. In an envelope, yeah.
Cash and envelope, and he got, And I remember looking out the window because I wanted to see what she looked like. Because you're saying like there's apartments.
Yeah, that's what
like
I think. Whenever I drive by that pretty often, wherever that was, I see that. And I'm like, I think of that pilot every time.
That's so irresponsible.
I was out on the balcony looking. I wanted to see this Pam Anderson looking. I just saw the back of her. It doesn't look like her.
She did not at all. At all. She was not Pam Anderson.
You wasted all your per diem money on a liar.
Yeah, I don't even know if I had a credit card back then. I might have. What was it, like 1995, 97? Yeah, no, I knew Dice. It was like 97.
97, 98, yeah.
Oh my God, that is so that's really irresponsible.
And then we had Dice come down to do a part in a pilot too.
Dice is like, "I want to be on your show," so we got Dice in the pilot, and they didn't use the scene with him. These fucking idiots. Because there was a weird thing where at the end where I find pictures of us. You were so skinny back then.
Yeah.
Jim looked sick. Like you were really, really slim.
Yeah, I was like a 160.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were fucking sitting there, and Dice goes, "I want you to spit your gum in my face." So that was what Dice had me do. we were doing some scene. He had me grab him and go, "Shut up!" and spit my gum in his face. And it was really funny. And they're like, we don't think your character would do that.
It's funny.
That douchey writer.
Oh yeah.
Spit gum in Andrew Dice Clay's face. That's funny.
I remember Jim wanted to say retard in a joke.
Oh God, yeah.
Instead, and they go, "Oh, can you say a special needs? Just give us
you
one
couldn't say
take."
retard in '97.
No.
98, not for VH1.
No.
Wow.
I don't remember the context of the joke.
But I remember they go, "Can you just do one version of saying special needs?" And Jim's like, "No, because you're going to use that version." He goes, "No, we just want to have it." He goes, "No, I'm not doing it." He fucking wouldn't do it. He's like,
Yeah,
"No,
I vaguely
I'm not
remember
doing
that.
it."
I think that was the later version too, with the new writer. I think I remember his name too. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was terrible.
Was he?
Just
The
a
script-
fucking LA cornball.
By the time we got to L.A., the script was so bad. We're like, this is the worst garbage ever.
Is that when you realize this isn't happening? Like
Yeah.
we've been working on this and
Yeah.
doing different versions, and then you get to LA and you're like, oh, this is dead.
Like I remember us saying, I go, let's go on the Comedy Cellar stage and read this script and see if there's any laughs in it, because there's none. There's no, because we did a table read and there was no laughs at all.
Didn't we in the
Wow.
first one? We had a storyline ongoing, and it was about the pretty girl in this. Which I guess with Beth, there was a pretty girl that moved into the building, and we found her underwear in the dryer.
Yeah.
And that was the storyline that kind of was tied in the.
So it really was like a live action Beavis and Butthead.
In a way, yeah. I wish we could get a copy of that. Does any copies of that exist?
I have some tape of that.
The first one that we did.
I think so. Yeah, we wrote a script. There was a gay couple. These two guys. So we wrote a script, and ours and Jim's script is the beginning, like the cold open, is the gay couple, and they had a pet gerbil, and the gerbil is missing. And that's how that was our cold open. That the gay guys go, "Jeffrey, what did you do with the gerbil?"
Yeah,
and
that was
and then it goes to the credits, the opening credits.
That's great.
That was
Yeah.
our cold open. That the two gay guys, and there's a
It's
gerbil
missing.
and then one guy.
So stupid. I love it.
And we saw the other copy that they did at Manareese. Wasn't that god awful?
Yeah.
God, I would kill to see those again.
Yeah, I would love to hear him. You were in the movie. Were you were in the?
He was the star of it.
Yeah, we were talking about what was it?
So just play the song. See if Jim recognized
Okay,
it.
all right.
Don't say the name, Jim. Just
Okay, so Jim, picture this.
Do you recognize this song?
Yeah, just for
Yeah, see if you recognize it. Travis will find
Travis is looking.
You want me
it
to play
up.
it from the beginning?
it. Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
With a chorus.
Yeah, just see if you recognize this.
Fine, but you owe me one. Sorry.
Okay, they're all in. You ready? I'm ready.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Join the party.
What else do you do at the party? Join the party and do you remember the other?
Grab a hottie.
Do you think those lyrics are cool?
No, but this is my friend Kevin's band. He knows Kevin. This is his band that they gave him this song for it. I know this one, right?
I didn't realize it was Kevin.
Yeah. Well, he's singing backups in this song. Yeah, the Fourth Floor is the name of the band.
Grab a hottie. we were analyzing this scene one morning because nobody took time to mention the fact that it's like it's a pool party, but it's obviously an autumn day in New Jersey.
Yeah.
There are leaves on the ground, and also everybody's grouped into one.
The same part of the pool because they were doing it in one quick shot.
Yeah.
Really bad.
And it was cold out. Yeah, and only I think Wayno Drano jumped in the pool or
It
something.
was
Like
filthy.
one guy jumped in the pool. It was
Yeah,
freezing.
The pool was dirty, and
It
the
was
sky
green.
was gray.
Yeah.
It was autumn.
This guy from New Jersey got
Lou.
contact with me. This guy Lou said, "I wrote a script. I want to make this movie. I want to shoot it on 35 millimeter film."
Did he shoot on 35 millimeter?
Yeah. Back in I don't know, whatever this was, 97,
I think it was before then.
96 or something,
yeah.
95, 96. He spent like $150,000 on this. He had to sell his house. He lost everything.
Did he
on
sell
this
his house for
movie.
this?
Oh
He
my
had to sell his house.
God.
150 grand it cost him to shoot on 35 millimeter film. He didn't pay any of us. We didn't get paid.
No.
And he had to sell his house because he thought he was going to sell this movie.
Did he sell it?
No.
Oh.
It wasn't a particularly great film.
Did it
No.
get theatrical release at all?
No.
No.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, you know what, Jim? It was later than that because you and I were living together. Because I think I took your ex's sister Maddie. I took her. She came with me. to the
we
premiere.
Yeah, there was a premiere party in New York and stuff.
That's
but
right.
I still never went. It was in the Hoboken Film Festival like 8 years ago or 7 years ago.
Did it win an award?
For the 10-year anniversary of it. No.
Was this 18 years ago we did this?
Yeah, I think so.
Is this what's it called? White Chicks Incorporated? Is that
Yeah.
what it
Yeah.
is? Yeah.
Yeah.
We desperately you don't have a copy of it, do you?
Voss is in the movie too.
Yeah.
Do you have the movie? Do you have a copy of it?
I should have a copy of it.
Oh, you got it.
Do you want to see it?
Not only, here's what we're going to do. If you can find it, I don't care if it's on VHS, not only will we watch the entire movie live on the air, we will do a live event
We should do a live premiere.
where we get
party.
an audience together. Like, we need to premiere this movie. We need to.
But it's not good.
I'll bet it's all right. I'll bet you're remembering it differently.
Maybe you're right. Do you remember how hot that stripper was that I had to fucking do the scene? Wow,
Yeah.
was she beautiful.
We need to pull out like a couple scenes so we can watch them on the air. But then the whole movie gets premiered in front of an audience of all radio fans.
All you're going to hear is booing.
You think so?
Yeah.
It
Just
was-
things being thrown.
It was
You
really
got,
bad.
You got to find this movie because Jim doesn't have a copy. Norton. So you gotta
No.
you
All right,
gotta
I'm going
find.
to dig for it. I think I might have probably VHS.
I love that it's on, and if it's on VHS, we'll hook up a VCR to a projector. Like we'll do it right from the VHS. No need to transfer. Just let's get it in all its VHS glory. I love that.
You don't want like a
Otto's,
4K
Otto's in the
restoration?
film.
Is he Otto in the movie?
Yeah,
What-
Otto's. I forget. He does. I think in a comedy club scene.
Is he the comedian working or something?
Yeah. Yeah, he's making fun of, I think, me and Artie Fletcher.
Do you think is it a fitting tribute to Otto?
Yeah, he's up there just doing Otto.
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
actually good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just doing his act.
Yeah, he's doing his act.
And Voss played the club owner. Go say your mommy. We played on Opie and Anthony. We played parts of it. Voss's part was not particularly good.
No, we gotta air the whole movie. And I don't know, Trey, do you know anybody who can do a 4K restoration?
I mean, we could look into it.
I'll probably stick with just the VHS.
Are you sure?
I think so.
right.
I think
I've
that's-
seen footage with 3Ks that's going to get bigger laughs than this.
Yeah, I think this is the way it was meant to be seen.
There's definitely theaters in the city or Brooklyn that can do this.
We could do it at the Gramercy.
Yeah,
I mean, they do. They have a screen and a projector.
Yeah, that's true.
Grab a
Wouldn't it be cool to do it at the
hottie.
Gramercy? Yes. And then here's what we'll do. We'll do it at the Gramercy. We'll play the movie, and then we'll get everybody that we can find who was involved to do a Q&A with the audience.
Oh, that's
And every question will be, why would you?
So me, you, Parami's around, Artie's around.
Yeah.
Artie
Voss.
Fletcher,
Eric
Voss,
McMahon's in
Eric
it.
McMahon is in it. He's around.
I'll volunteer to moderate.
I don't know if that'll be necessary.
You don't think so?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I won't. I promise I won't skew the questions.
Yeah,
in
I don't
any
think you'd
specific
spin it in a
direction.
positive way.
You don't think so?
Whatever
Sam-
happened to Lou?
I see him once in a while.
Oh, you do?
Probably about 7 years ago, he came out to a gig that I was doing in Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
He had to sell his house?
Yeah.
Oh.
He had this uncanny ability to get a lap dance and come in his pants. But he can do it like 3 different times, like
In a night?
yeah, in about an hour.
Wow.
3. And then he would just walk around like that. I'm like, oh, you're gonna go home and change? He goes, nah, whatever, it doesn't matter.
His 3 comes all over his pants.
Yeah, like in his pants. I'm just grinding on him, and with his jeans on.
But if you
I
come,
respect that a
And he's-
lot.
and he would say, he goes, why do I need a girlfriend? I'm like, it's a good point.
if you come in your pants, right, and then like a half hour later you're getting another lap dance, isn't the cum that's in your pants getting all over your shit?
I didn't ask him.
That's,
I didn't. But he
gross.
I was at the strip club with him, and he goes, "Yep, that's number 2." And they come out of the back room, that's 3.
I mean, just
He took me to a
physics.
strip club, by the way, and we saw one of the girls in the movie. She was so mad that he took me there. I don't think she wanted me to know she was a dancer.
Right.
Oh, she was so fucking hot.
Just physics, though. Like you get cum all over yourself, right? I mean, theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting.
He lived in Jersey?
It's a great
Yeah.
trait. It's a great skill to have.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
3 in an hour.
Yeah, it's really good because you talk about like people. He's the guy who's figured out Vegas. Like he's going to the strip club.
He beats
and
the system.
He's
Yeah.
not wasting a cent. Like that, the strip club is designed to just get money out of you, to just drain your pockets of whatever money you have. Every dollar he's spending is worthwhile, and then he's out.
I've only pulled off 2 loads of my pants in strip clubs in my life. Only twice. The one
Not in the
story
same
in
night,
Vegas.
though.
No. When I told Joey Diaz when he was in that one store with that high roller took me to that strip club, and then once in New Orleans. Never been able to pull that off though.
What happened in New Orleans?
Just I was wearing satin boxers. I was doing a gig with Pete Corielli and Louis Ramey.
Is that the trick? Florentine's looking
Satin
like
boxers.
Like yeah, this is a professional satin boxers, of course.
It was on Bourbon Street, and she wanted me to win the VIP area, which was like $300. And this was a college gig back in the like 90s. I had no money.
Right, you didn't have a per diem to waste.
No, nothing. And I remember I was like, I'm getting close, and I blew a load in my pants, and Louis Ramey and Pete Correale were outside the club. So I opened my pants and I showed them the mess. I'm like, how great is this? And they're like, what the fuck, dude?
I know. Some people just don't appreciate that.
I was so proud of myself that I pulled it off.
But the other guys weren't proud of you?
No, they were creeped out by it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see your cum in your pants.
No.
I'd be grossed out if you're like, hey, Sam, check this out. I didn't want to.
Yeah, they didn't either.
Why would you
One
show
time
that
I
to
did
me?
2 in 44 minutes. I timed it.
What?
2 in my
In your pants?
Yeah, this one strip club. The club owner knew me and a couple other guys I was with, so he just said, whatever you guys want. So we picked out like the hottest girls.
Is this Dallas?
Just grinding. No, it was in Jersey, and just grinding us, and I had 2 in 44 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. That was unbelievable.
I was working at a Sam Goody.
And the second one didn't know, and it came a little out because I had the head out a little.
Oh, so that's cheating. That's not really in your
but
pants.
you didn't.
If you're poking out a little bit.
Well, it was just poking out a little bit because you got to get the leverage when you go back there. You can't have it hanging down, so you got to move it up.
But you were poking it out of your pants a little bit.
Well, it came out. It peeked out a little when she was grinding on me, and it went on her dress.
What kind of pants were you wearing?
I just had jeans on.
So you unzipped your fly. It didn't just come out.
No, I didn't. I had room, so it stuck out.
I know what he's saying. That the helmet was just poking out a bit.
Yeah, the helmet was poking
Not
out.
out of the pants altogether.
No, just the helmet was poking out.
But out of the boxers, so it was like it was.
No, I just had it up like this. It was just sticking out
against your stomach, so
in the waistband.
So you get the grinding,
waistband.
so you get the ass, and your dick stays still, and it's like jerking off.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it's tucked up in the waistband.
Yeah, and
then maybe your shirt
She had
comes
like
up
a
a
nice
little
dress
bit.
on, and she was just grinding on me, and there was music playing, so she didn't know. And I came, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. She's like, that's it? You sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She had no idea what happened. And she went to put her dress on because I guess I got it all over her dress.
Oh,
and I remember walking out. She goes, ew, and I just fucking stormed out of there. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because security's not going to be happy if you come on a stripper.
I'm surprised that she's never had that before. That's got to be very common. Guys to blow their loads in the fucking lap dance room.
Yeah, probably, but I don't think she knew because I just said, I'm good. She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
But that's you do like when you're like I came in my pants, but it got all over her. Like that's not.
Have you ever come in your pants?
That's not technically coming in your pants. Like your pants are on,
Right?
but like
yeah,
the cum isn't in your pants. You came on her. You came on her.
Have you
without
ever
her
done it?
realizing it? Have I? No.
Yeah, I have.
I worked with a guy when I was working at Sam Goody at the record store who he didn't really, I guess he didn't get out much because we weren't at a strip club. Like we just went out and it was like a club or something. It was a dance club and a girl was grinding on him at the club. But just like dancing at a dance club and he came in his pants.
On the dance floor?
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah. He came in his pants, but he was wearing khakis. So like you could see because it gets darker,
Right.
So everybody knew.
I knew a sober guy would go to sober dances, and he was able to come in his pants sometimes. But for grinding, he would get pre-cum, so he would put a baggie over his dick.
Oh my god!
I remember he told me he would put like a fucking little plastic baggie over his dick, so it didn't show through his pants. It was like it might not have been full cum, but he said he would get.
But he'd be going to sober dances,
just
with
dances
with
grinding.
the intention of coming in his
of grinding.
pants.
Yeah,
that's so what a problem.
I think it's great.
It's a good problem to have.
It saves you such a fucking headache.
Oh, yeah.
If you blow a load in your pants, your night is done.
Exactly. You're
You
playing
go
with house.
early.
You're playing with house money the rest of the night.
Right.
Who cares what
Right.
happens?
Right. You've already got your winnings, and they're locked in the safe deposit box in your
Yeah.
whatever. They're locked in the safe in your hotel room. The rest of the money is just fun money.
Yeah, you're just like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm good.
You could lose it all. It doesn't matter. You don't need to go. You don't. You don't need to bring anybody back home.
No.
Because what are you going to do with them? Troy, you've
Nothing.
come in your pants?
Yeah, twice. Once when I was a kid, just hooking up with a chick, you're just so excited to actually be with a girl.
Yeah.
You're grinding it, just
Sure.
it's all right. But then it went in at a bachelor party, which was a lot of fun.
Oh,
You were happy about it?
Yeah, of course.
lap
Right.
dance?
Yeah, well, she was like, she was pretty much jerking me off through my pants, but yeah, you finish and you're like, this is great. Like, like the gun is unloaded.
Just hang out with the guys now and talk.
Yeah, now it's just like have fun with your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It becomes like a thing where you're like, you're just thinking about it. I haven't come yet. I gotta come. I gotta come. It's a thing that you have to settle. And then once it's settled, you're like, okay, I can just enjoy myself now.
Everything is good after that.
No problem.
I used to do these gigs.
And I don't have to deal with not 1 ounce of bullshit. There'll be no bullshit, no doing anything I don't want to do because I got cum in my pants.
Yeah.
There used to be this guy who booked, I forget what it was, he booked bachelor parties. in like fucking like Jersey somewhere, or like rural Pennsylvania outside of Philly. And I would do them a lot, but all the girls were escorts. So it was great. You do the guys, you do 20 minutes, you fucking kill, be filthy. And then the girls would come in and do dances, and you just take an escort in the fucking bathroom and get blown. It was the best gig I ever did. They were all like dancers who would do extra for a few bucks.
Right.
But they weren't that expensive. They weren't the highest.
They weren't
highest quality?
No, they weren't. No.
How much?
It was discounted,
Very cheap. I don't remember.
Right.
It's been, again, it's 1995.
but affordable.
Yeah, at that time it was very affordable. I was going home to mother and father's house, so I didn't have rent. My money was spent there.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was great.
I can't wait to do this this movie screening.
This will be fun if we can get a copy of it.
Yeah.
Get Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could track them down if I can't find a VHS.
Yeah. And I like it even better if it's on VHS. I don't want a DVD or anything
But
like
it might
that.
break, though, when you watch it. You got to have a DVD backup.
Yeah, we can make a backup. We can make a few copies, but yeah, I think it'll work on VHS. I'll bet the Gramercy has VCRs, right? If not, we'll bring one. Just have them plug it in.
Or go to Rent-A-Center. Get a VCR. You sure you don't want to do like a pool party screening?
Oh, well, here's the thing. If we do a pool party screening, we'll have to wait till the fall.
You want to stay true to the film.
Yeah. We'll have to do it on like a day that's like, 48 degrees. All the leaves have changed colors already.
Yeah.
The sky is overcast. It might rain at any moment.
That was such a not a good film.
No, but it was fun for us. We,
Yeah.
I'm
nothing
sure
was
it was
going
fun
on
for
in
you
our career,
guys,
so
yeah.
we're like, hey, we're on a movie set. You know what I mean? There's chicks around, and we're acting and stuff. So
Sure.
And this dude is investing money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's 35 millimeter.
Right.
It's just the real deal.
Do you remember we did that other film? It was not a good one. Your friend who did the comic book store robbery. It was a comic book store robbery.
Yeah.
You and McMahon starred in it, I think. I had a small part in it.
Yeah.
And your friend was difficult.
Yeah. Because, he wanted us to stick more to the script, and we're trying to ad lib.
Oh, and he didn't like that.
No, because I understand that if someone writes like, "Hey, this is my vision," and we're trying to crack like hooker jokes and stuff like that, and
Right.
Yeah.
constantly. But that
not
was
what
another
he
one we did.
envisioned.
But all that shit's good to do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just to get training for when you're on a real set.
Did you guys think that White Chicks Incorporated was going to be like a big movie? Like, did you think, because you're
No.
young and you're
No.
optimistic,
No, I didn't.
even when you were doing
No,
it?
I didn't. I remember being in the screening, and I was like, oh.
Even then,
Yeah.
so it's not that it's aged poorly. It was.
It's aged appropriately.
Yeah, we. I remember it was in the city. We did a screening in the city, and I remember my family was like, "You want to? Let's rent you a limo to go to it." I go, "No, I'll take the subway there. I
Yeah.
really don't need a limo."
they
Like,
wanted
come
you to-
on, make a big deal out of it. I'm like, "Nah, it's
You knew not to?
it's not, yeah."
And then you get there and you're like, nobody's ever going to see this movie.
Well, we had all our friends in the audience, so they were laughing at it because they knew us.
Where did
Yeah.
we screen it? Do you remember?
I forget where it was.
But did the guy who made it, did he realize that, like...
No, he thought it was going to be great. I remember going through the process with him and stuff. He's like, "This is going to be amazing. I'm going to sell this thing.
But even
you
when
guys
you're
are going to be huge stars."
Even when you're screening it, it's like, don't you realize you just sold your house for something that a bunch of buddies are just getting together to laugh at?
Well, we didn't know that at the time.
At the time,
he
you
didn't
know.
know it. He wrote the whole script. We changed some stuff in it, obviously, but
Yeah.
he wrote. He really thought. He goes, "This is going to be it." He was already making. He's like, "I already looked at flights for Sundance."
Did he really?
Yeah, he's like, "So I'm just I submitted it, so we'll see." I haven't heard.
Did it
back.
end up going to Sundance?
It did not, no.
Unless it was in his suitcase and he went there on vacation. No.
No, it went to Safety Dance.
Oh, man.
That was not
You
good.
didn't go to Sundance?
Did not.
No.
Shit.
But I remember Artie Fletcher, who's one of a comic friend of ours. He wound up banging the director during the filming of it. And
Oh,
he
they were
was trying-
dating, right?
Yeah, and then he was banging another girl on the set. It was what a
So people had their fun.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about her. Yeah, the director. She was nice.
yeah,
Why didn't he direct it? If he wrote it?
I think he just wanted to be in the business.
yeah. He just wanted to be like a producer in the business.
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I see. Man,
And once in a while, those things work out. And the movies are great, too. Every once in a while, you'll hear about one that works out, but this
Sure.
was not one of those cases.
This wasn't one of those cases.
I think he thought
It
it
was
was going to
not.
be like the next Clerks. It
Yeah.
wasn't similar to Clerks, but I thought he'd think for a guy from Jersey, pick up
Yes.
his own
Low
money,
budget.
low budget.
Well, that was the problem with the 90s, right? That Clerks came out, and it was made for nothing. It was black and white. It was just, shot on location at a store. Like, what did he spend? Like 27 grand or something?
Made
on it
everyone
total?
think they could do a movie.
Everybody. Plus, Kevin Smith's dialogue was so everyman dialogue, and it was just like jokes that you would make with your buddies or whatever, that, yeah, everybody, especially in Jersey, thought, well, yeah, I mean, this is what movies look like now. I'm going to be the next Kevin Smith. And nobody was the next Kevin Smith.
No.
None of them. None of them.
No.
No, and I think that's when Blair Witch came out, and that cost like 20 grand. And it made like 100 million or something.
Yeah,
so.
I can put together 20 grand and be a big famous movie maker. I could do this. And it didn't pan out.
No. Not for any of us.
It's so funny.
Yeah. It's
So
fun to
funny.
do, though.
Oh, yeah, we had a blast.
I'm sure.
There's a few of those you look back on, you're like, wow, that was not good.
But it's almost funner to do because of how bad it was.
Yeah, in hindsight.
Right? In hindsight. Because you have done good things since then.
Yeah, I've done a few.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's a long
But
list.
you just look back at some of the stuff. Like I used to do a Stephen Wright impression on stage, and I would turn around first. But even when I turned back around, I was still the same guy. I didn't do any facial expression. I didn't mess my hair. I didn't
why'd
look
you
like
turn
Stephen.
around?
It was a pretty good impression, though.
I don't know. I just did because everyone used to do impressions. They used to turn around first.
So you just turn
to
around
get into the character.
Do you want to do
right?
your impression? It was pretty good.
I can't remember.
I can.
Doing an impression of another comic.
Yeah, it was like because I had these like goofy one-liners, so I figured, all right, this would be more like Stephen Wright.
These are Stephen Wright type jokes.
Stephen Wright.
I'll do
They
them
didn't
as
fit in
Stephen
my
Wright.
act. Yeah, they didn't fit in my act, so let me do them as Stephen Wright.
Did it work?
No.
I remember one of the jokes.
Were
You
you
do?
making fun of Stephen Wright or just kind of?
No, I was just these were.
So you were just kind of stealing his act.
He wrote
Yeah.
jokes that he thought wouldn't work for him. He goes, if I do them in a Stephen Wright impression, these will kill.
Yeah.
You didn't think to yourself like, oh, I thought of this joke, but since it doesn't fit in my act, I'll just let it go.
Yeah, I just said, well, if I do as a Stephen Wright impression,
Right, you should have just let it go.
I should have let it go.
Or sell it to somebody or something. If the jokes are that brilliant, find Stephen Wright and be like, hey, would you want to buy some jokes?
Oh, I know one of the jokes.
Yeah.
Can you do it as Stephen Wright? If you have to turn around, that's cool.
Well, yeah. I don't even know how Stephen Wright taught. I haven't seen his act in a long time. But one of the jokes was, I broke my toe the other day, so I called a tow truck.
That's the one I was thinking of. I had to call a tow truck.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
And there was a couple of them like
There
that.
was a pause. I should. My timing was a little
But
off.
the jokes would do badly.
It wasn't the timing?
No, it was the writing.
The jokes would bomb, and at the end, he would wrap up the impression by going, Stephen Wright, thank you.
But you just kept doing it.
Well, yeah, I did like 5 jokes in there. There was some other one about
Stephen
hockey.
Wright, thank you.
But I mean, you did it more than once. Like it wouldn't work. Did it ever work?
And maybe it got a few
A
chuckles.
tow truck?
Yeah.
I broke my toe, so I called it
I had
tow
to call
truck?
a tow truck.
I had to call a tow truck.
Why would a truck fix your toe?
It's just, it wasn't a good joke.
Just because it's called tow truck?
Yeah.
It's TOW.
No, I know.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't think of the other one. But yeah, but I would pause in there. There was a little pause. But no, I never. But I guess I just needed the time. We were probably doing 30 minutes when we weren't really. We didn't really have
Stretching to 30.
Stretching to 30. So I figured I'll throw it in for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Right, you had
Mix it
20.
up.
You had 25, and you were like, "But I got to get to 30."
Yeah.
So let me do these bad Stephen Wright jokes.
Because I know they were clean, so
Right.
I knew like these comedy clubs. When me and Jim would work them, they would like the headliner would bitch if we were dirty,
Too dirty,
or
yeah.
ledgy.
I see.
So they used to always cry when we were on the show. So I was like, all right, I got to have a clean act just to feature for this guy to do 30 minutes. So I'd throw that in there because I knew that was clean.
Did you ever run jokes by Norton like, "Hey, what do you think of this? I broke my toe. I called it a tow truck."
I don't remember. I'm sure we would at times running by each other.
Because I would
Yeah,
hope that your
probably.
friend would be like, "That's a
Jim
terrible
was
joke."
encouraging, though. Florentine was always encouraging.
He was
It's fine. Yeah, Jim was always good.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, no, Jim would always go up there and kill. He had a lot of he was high energy and stuff like that, but he was always killing. And we didn't know any better. We just it was like, all right, this is what we came up with. It's getting
Yeah.
a few laughs, so fuck it.
Do you remember what an awful gig Jenkinson's was? Jenkinson's in
Yeah.
in the fucking Jersey Shore was like an open air fucking Jersey bar. Oh, it was terrible. Otto would always destroy their. I was working with Otto one time, and there was a guy in the front row in a wheelchair, and Otto goes, "What are you waiting for? A better seat?"
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's great.
That was the one that place Jenkinson's. It was a place down the Jersey Shore. This was like early '90s when I had long hair, and My brother's a big ball busters
You
too.
jamming Jim?
Yeah, I was jamming Jim at that point, and we were on a family vacation, and I was over in the corner, and this girl was at the bar. My brother was getting beers, and this girl goes, "Is that Bon Jovi over there?" And of course, my brothers go, "Yeah, we're with him." He's like, "That's John Bon Jovi?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh my God, what is he doing down here?" He's like, "Well, he's recording an album. He's on vacation with his family." Like, "Oh my, can I go say hello to him?" And he's like, "Hold on." And my other brother comes over. He goes, "This chick thinks you're Bon Jovi." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "So we're bringing her over."
So he doesn't say, like, the smart thing to do would be like, oh, I talked to him. He doesn't really want to do the fan thing right now. He's with this because you're not Bon Jovi.
No, I know.
But he said we're bringing the girls over.
Yeah, so the girl comes over and she's like, "John," and my brother goes, "Look, she thinks you're Bon Jovi, so just play along." So she's like, "John?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God, I'm such a big fan." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
You know what? You have your voice.
There's nothing Bon Jovi-ish about him at all.
Like,
Well,
you have this.
I always had hair like Bon Jovi, like whatever hair
Right.
Bon Jovi had. When he cut it, I cut mine. I said, "I'm going to follow what he's doing."
you
Wish he shot himself.
Yeah. You don't have a face like Bon Jovi.
Yeah, with the hair though and the blonde hair, I don't know. It was dark.
She obviously wasn't a
fan.
fan. She just probably knew who Bon Jovi was or watched it, like knew a video, so she didn't know intimately what he looked like.
I didn't know, like, John Bon Jovi's he's known for being a really good singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, his speaking voice probably wouldn't, like,
Yeah, but you didn't really. He didn't. Yeah. Everyone didn't really know his speaking voice.
Yeah, but it's definitely not that.
But you didn't know though. Jim with the long hair, Jim looked like Rocky Bon Jovi instead of Dennis.
Dennis, that's what I figured.
Yeah, like I could definitely, if I got in a car accident, definitely pass for Rocky Dennis.
Right.
Like it was a cross between, like maybe he could be Rocky Dennis from a distance.
Right.
So what? You talked to her as Bon Jovi?
Yeah, so I talked to her as Bon Jovi, and then I guess her girlfriend was at the bar, and then they were a big group, and they started all pointing and like, "Oh, Mike, over there," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna get busted."
Yeah.
I go, "Look, I gotta get out of here," because I saw everybody like fucking kind of hovering around. They wanted to come around, and I'm like, someone's gonna know, and I'm gonna get punched out.
Nobody can be that stupid
Yeah.
as that girl.
Two
Yeah.
people couldn't have believed it.
Right.
So I got to go. She goes, "Where?" I go, "I got to go in the parking lot. I can't be, And she's like, "Can I
got to
go
go
with
get
you?"
on my steel horse.
She goes, "Can I go with you?" She goes, "Can I go with you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Next thing I know, I'm in my car making out with her.
She thinks she's making out with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, grabbing her tits. And she invites me to a barbecue the next day because her son, her 6 or 7-year-old
No.
son, is a big fan.
No.
She goes, "He loves you. You're his favorite band. Can you please come to the barbecue? It's just my friends. No one's going to make a big deal. No one's going to take pictures. We're not going to tell anyone else."
By the way, that's disturbing on so many levels because you also have to realize that even if you were Bon Jovi,
Right.
Can you imagine, like, you're a kid, right? You're 6 years old. Your favorite rock star, whoever it is,
Right.
is grabbing your mom's tits? That'd be terrible news.
Or if I came home one day and my mother had Ozzy's cum on her fucking collar, like, Mom, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'd be like if Hulk Hogan
Well, like
was going down on my mom.
Junkyard Dog, more accurately.
Why do you?
No reason.
Well, would you be mad at Hulk Hogan?
No, I wouldn't be mad, but like the next time, like when the next WrestleMania came across, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
It would wreck it a little bit.
It'd be tough to cheer for him. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna beat the earthquake, and I'm like, I don't know if I want you to beat the earthquake anymore. You were going down on my mom,
Well, your mom might have liked it.
Wait, in hindsight, like now I would grow up and be like, you know what, good for my mom. But as a kid, I'd be like, I don't like this. This is weird.
Well, there was a story that Slash walked in his mom's bedroom, and she was in bed with David Bowie, and he was still a
Jesus.
David Bowie fan.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's David Bowie. It's Hulk Hogan. I mean, you're a wrestling fan. It's Hulk Hogan.
it is Hulk Hogan.
You know what I
Slash's
mean?
mom fucked David Bowie.
It
I'd
wasn't-
be so bummed out if my mom fucked David
Look,
Bowie.
It was Hulk
So would
Hogan.
he.
It was Hulk Hogan. Sam, it was Hulk Hogan. It wasn't SD Jones.
No, you're
You know
right.
what I mean? If it was Special Delivery Jones, then you're like,
Yeah.
Mom, what are you doing?
Or if you walked in and she was eating Chief J. Strongbow's ass.
Yeah, I'd be like, Mom, what are you doing? He's not even a real Native American. He's Italian.
I know. Or if George Animal Steel was eating your mom's box like a
Yeah.
turnbuckle,
You're chewing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just violent.
just white stuff flying
Coming
all
up-
over the place.
Coming up with pubes and spitting them out.
So what happened with the girl? You couldn't go, obviously.
All right, so she says, "Can you please come?" She gave me her number, and I said, "All right, I'm gonna, yeah, sure, I'll try to make it." So the next day, I go, "Obviously, I can't go. It's daylight. They're gonna know in 2 seconds when I walk back there. I'm not Bon Jovi." But I felt bad because I figured the kid's probably waiting for me to show up. So I actually called the woman and said, "Look, I can't make it. I got to rush back to New York to go in the studio."
Now you're on the phone. Your voice, that can't be what Bon Jovi sounds like.
But the kid might not know. How old was the kid?
Well, I didn't get on the phone with the kid yet. So I told the mom, I can't make it. I got to go back to New York. We got to go back in the studio. It sucks. I got to ruin my family vacation, but I got to go. So I said, well, put your kid on the phone. So the kid came on the phone. I said, hey, man, I'm sorry I can't make the party. I know your mom said you're a big fan. Good luck with your music. And I was looking forward to meeting you, but I can't. He's like, oh, thanks. He was all excited.
So to this day, that kid probably thinks he talks to Bon Jovi on the phone.
He talked to Bon Jovi on the phone.
He probably thinks his mom met Bon Jovi. I hope he's famous, and then it comes back and he goes, oh my God, and he meets Bon Jovi, and Bon Jovi's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he's like, I never made out with some girl in the Jenkinson's parking lot.
Because he won't know because he just had the phone conversation. His mom knows now. Like, his mom has watched Bon Jovi on TV since then and heard Bon Jovi talk and be like, that's not...
You never know. Sometimes
not
people
the guy.
whitewash it to themselves, though. She may have convinced herself, like, that's her one night, because she only saw him once. Maybe she might be a little drunk.
So she's just watching him.
Definitely drunk, yeah.
She's watching him sing It's My Life as the New Year's ball drops, and she's like, oh, yeah, I remember
that guy.
I wonder if he'd
crazy
remember
night.
me. I wonder if he'd remember me.
I'll bet he would. And he called.
I remember you.
He called. Yeah, you remember, don't you? Oh. I hope she's
girls
listening.
would fall for that. Our buddy Don Jameson, like some girl thought he was this guy in a band, my friend Kevin's band. She goes, Peter? And he goes, yeah. He wound up dating her for like 6 months, and like 3 months in, she found out he wasn't the guy. He goes, oh, man, was she pissed? Like, was she still staying with you? He goes, yeah. She goes, Peter? He goes, yeah. He just answered.
So she thought he was Peter the whole time?
Yeah.
This is like the old, like the old school version of Catfish. Like, now on Catfish, people lie about their identities online,
right?
And they have this fake thing, and they're texting, and they got fake screen names, and they're sending fake pictures. Back then, you just go up to girls and just lie.
Well, they would
just say you're somebody
that
else.
happened a few times. Another time at a bar, this girl goes, "Are you Steve?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Steve from Wawa?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "I haven't seen you since high school." Like, "Yeah, I moved away." I just figured I was going to see how far I could take it.
Right. It's an improv exercise at that point.
Yeah. There's no penalty. Just if she finds out, who cares?
Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not." And she's like, I go, "Yeah, I moved away. I just moved back here." She goes, "Oh my God, everyone's been looking for you. We haven't heard from you in like 10 years." Like, "Yeah." She goes, "You know John and Mary?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "They broke up." I go, "They broke up?" What? I go, "They were the perfect couple." I know, it's unbelievable. Now he's going out with. I'm like, wow. She goes, "Yeah, we thought you'd be at the reunion." Next thing, I'm making out with her in the club.
That's great. That's great. Just follow the lead, right?
Yeah.
Just follow the lead. They're laying it out there for you. You got to just make it up.
I never got confused with anybody, but do you know who I thought I looked like when I was younger?
Who did you think you looked like?
I thought I looked like Michael J. Fox.
Why?
I was delusional.
I'm trying to think that, but you never.
You never even close.
I would reference it on stage.
No. You mean when you were performing? You thought you had spiky hair.
Yeah.
His hair was never that short though.
You don't mean when you were a kid you thought you looked like Michael J. Fox?
No, on stage I thought I had something in my face. Someone told me that, and I believed him.
Oh my! And then you had to tell people?
No, on stage I would reference it to some dumb joke.
But it wasn't a joke.
You did like one of those jokes. I'm a cross between.
Yeah, like one of those.
Like, it wasn't a joke. Like, can you believe somebody said I look like Michael J. Fox?
No. I was not pointing out how stupid that observation was.
It was as if the audience all felt like, that
was the reference to make.
We've all been thinking, hey man, Jim Norton says the stuff we're thinking. We were all just thinking that guy looks like Michael J. Fox.
You guys are looking at me like.
Yeah, everyone had a joke.
A cross between.
Like a cross between ba-bum. So it was Michael J. Fox and somebody else.
Did everybody go like, what's he talking about?
No, I did Doogie Howser and Sinead O'Connor. That was one I did.
For you?
For cross between.
That doesn't
that's
work.
right, yeah.
You just have Sinead O'Connor's haircut.
I know.
That doesn't work at all.
It didn't. Well, what would kill back then was a 1992 joke.
Yeah, that's when she was.
In 92, that was a fucking home run.
Yeah, that
opening
was a
line.
Joke. That was a great opening
Just because
line.
you referenced celebrities that were. Because they don't look like Jim.
Well.
My haircut was short. Now you get a big yuck on the road.
Like, he doesn't look. There's a photo of Jim when he was younger, and he doesn't look like Sinead O'Connor or Michael J.
Well, my
Fox.
hair was very different then. I was 17 then.
You have the same haircut as Sinead O'Connor, but there's no resemblance to Michael J. Fox or Doogie Howser.
But it would still get a big laugh because it was young looking.
This looks like a young picture of the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, it does.
His family.
Yeah.
Look at Jim's dad. The look of just disgust on his, just like sadness on his face. Like, this is my son.
This is my family. This is Jim Norton.
My tinted fucking awful fucking Pacino was when he played Lefty. What was that movie with Johnny Depp?
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
I got cancer at a prick.
Oh yeah, he was probably embarrassed of you.
Probably,
right?
He should have been.
He knew you were. He knew what you were up to. He knew you were a scumbag.
I don't know why he had a blazer on.
Well, he probably wanted to, portray the photo of like a good American family. And
It's probably a holiday. My mom had her sweater vest.
He's got Jim Norton. He's got Jim Norton as a kid. Yeah. I can't imagine. Like growing up and having to deal with that. Like your parents have Jim Norton as a kid.
Yeah.
Now?
Humiliating.
It's probably fine. Now it's good because you're successful.
I don't even know if it's good now. Now they just kind of accept it.
Yeah, you got your life together a little bit. Like you're together.
Yeah. Pay my bills.
Right, exactly. You got a nice place.
Oh my God. Yesterday was my birthday, as you know, and Jim just sent me a nice Twitter. Sorry. You reminded me of something about how good life is.
Oh, I thought did you talk to your parents on your birthday?
Yes, I talked to both of them.
Okay, they were happy to hear from you?
They actually got a call from my dad, so I talked to them. Yeah. And I had a nice a Bumble date.
Nice.
You did you went on Bumble for your birthday?
I did, yeah. This place I met, I showed up at this place.
What do you mean? What place?
It was like a cafe. It wasn't going to be
like a Starbucks?
No, it wasn't going to be like a date. It was just somebody I talked to a couple of times. But like, yeah, let's meet because I had to go do a set. So like, let's just meet bore I go do my set. Nothing.
Just a casual encounter.
A quick tea.
It's good. Yeah, it's good to get one, and man, just get a little groundbreaking session in.
It wasn't going to be like we fooled around. You never knew. We just chatted a couple. It was more like, hey, a lot of times I've met girls on Tinder, Bumble, and like you literally just you meet them once and that's it. It's a one-time date, and you don't fuck them. You don't even kiss. So it was cool. I got there and I showed up and I had some nice mint tea, iced. It was really good. It's good.
That's it. Where'd it go though?
Well, she didn't come.
No.
You got his birthday.
You got stood up on your 49th
on a
birthday.
Bumble date.
What are you doing? Oh, Jim.
Yeah, I was. I left.
So that's why you didn't comment on so you didn't have nice conversation. You just had mint tea.
Yeah, I was sitting there for a while, and she was late.
Did you bring a newspaper with you?
No.
So you must have been bored.
I have my phone. And the worst is when you show up. And I showed up there. I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just go down now. And I ordered this. I was like, I'll wait for her to get here. And it was like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, she's not here. So I just was like, she said she had to do something. She's like, oh, yeah, I got to do this thing. I'll be like 10 minutes. So I was like, wait. It was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I ordered my tea. Had it nice and iced. It was all mint leaves. It was very good.
Oh, great.
And
I'm glad the tea was good.
I finally realized she wasn't going to come, so I said, I'm like, you could let me know you weren't coming.
Did she text you back?
She did.
What'd she say?
She said she was really sorry. She was doing this thing. She actually called me.
She didn't say, I went by the window and saw what you looked like and kept walking.
No, she was doing some thing.
What was
she apologized. She's an actress, and she was running a scene, and she was just running a scene late. But she did call and try to apologize, but I was fuming. I had already left.
Well, yeah, I had already left. Like you stood up for yourself. How long were you there for?
20 minutes, maybe. Past when she said she was going to be there. I won't wait longer than that.
So what? How did you guys end the conversation?
I hung up on her.
You did?
Yeah.
You're pissed.
Don't make me wait 20 minutes. Like if you're going to be late, if you're going to be late, tell me I'm on my way. But don't do something and then just disregard that I'm there waiting for you. Like
she wasn't going to be late.
I don't know if she was or not, but I did. In fairness, she did call, and I did. She apologized.
She called after you texted, though.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to be late.
I don't know.
I don't think.
I don't know, but I definitely.
Yeah.
Do you think she was going to be late?
If Jim didn't text her, she probably wouldn't have got contact.
Yeah, she wasn't going to show up at all.
No.
Yeah. She wasn't. She might have been running.
She thought about it, and then she's like, I don't feel like doing it.
A girl walked by who might have been her. There was one girl who I thought walked by that might have been her, and then.
Did you like half get out of your seat?
Oh, she's here.
Oh.
Yeah, I looked up.
And,
no, it wasn't her. She just looked in and kept going.
Let me go get the door for her. Oh, it wasn't her.
But what if could it? Do you think it was her?
I don't know. I'm 50-50. I'm not 100%.
Oh yeah, that looks just like her profile picture. Oh, I guess that wasn't her.
Yeah, she just looked in and kept going.
Oh, maybe she's not. She probably thought.
Maybe that was the scene where she was rehearsing.
Yeah.
Let me blow off a date.
Yes, stand up, an old man.
How old is she?
In her 20s.
Oh.
Did she know it was your birthday?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it until I left, and I kind of laughed at myself. I'm like, you fucking zero.
49th birthday. I'm getting stood up on Bumble.
Does that kind of put things in perspective?
He really does. Hammers it right home. But Sam just reminded me that when he said you were doing good. I'm
You
like,
should have told her on the phone. You should have been like, it's my birthday.
And on my birthday.
No, because if you would have said it was his birthday, and she'd be like, "All right, this is weird.
Yeah.
It's the guy's birthday, and we're going on a first date to meet for coffee."
Why'd you figure out
don't you have anything else going on in your life?
Yeah.
I'm a Bumble date on your birthday.
Right. Yeah. So
it was kind of like a last minute thing. I was going to go down the cellar, and she's like, I'm down by this. I'm like, oh, you're in the same area, so.
Did she want to reschedule?
She was really close.
She didn't mention that.
No.
That's usually, you could tell. She's probably not lying. She's probably like, I was just going to be late, but I was going to come, but we don't have to reschedule.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Troy, I heard you in the background when he said sometimes you just do just a meetup beforehand.
Yeah.
But you don't do that.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
You said you have a 1-drink maximum.
Listen, there are some girls that you'll just kind of go the extra mile for.
What's the extra mile?
The extra mile. Some girls, for some reason, feel like if they sleep with you the first day, they're sluts. I don't,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But they do feel that way, and they want to have at least a first meeting so they can feel like, okay, I felt it out, and he's a good guy.
Or not show up to the first meeting sometimes.
Or walk by you and realize, oh, yeah, it's him. Ugh.
Yeah.
So you just got to go get it over with. And I've done this too. I've been like, oh, where do you work? And she'll be like, oh, I'm on, whatever street. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll meet you on the corner. And I just go say hi, like ride by my bike, say hi, and then leave. I'm like, there's the first encounter. There it is, out of the way.
So that's going above and beyond.
Yeah.
I see.
No, but sometimes like a chick is cool, and you're like, oh, you know what? Let's go out and grab dinner or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Right. Do you stop your bike?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It's not just like a wave, like, it's me on my bike.
Yeah. But sometimes you got to put in that work.
You got to put in like a half hour, a coffee or a drink.
Yeah.
Just go, all right, let's get together in a couple days. Let's figure it out.
Just
so
they don't
you
think
just
you're
get
a
that one out
psychopath.
of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. And
it could be any time during the day, so you're not wasting a whole night with them.
Yep.
Right, you do in the afternoon or something.
Yeah, afternoon.
Maybe after at 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that.
You're not doing
yeah.
anything else anyway, unless they don't show up at all, which happens apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yep.
Oh, Jim.
Sometimes they don't come.
No. You've been stood up more times than you'd like to admit.
I'm sure I have been. I don't remember when the last one was, though.
Well, there's a girl in L.A. that didn't come to the party with you.
Oh, that cunt.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't tell her it was Maria Menounos' party.
We were going to Maria Menounos' party, and I was like, Jim, you gotta come. And he's like, is it cool if I bring a girl? I'm like, definitely. And so we were going out there, and the girl was like, okay, yeah, no, I'll be there. And I watched, and I was like, well, were we going to meet this girl, Jim? Like, when are we leaving?
She was going to meet me at the hotel, right?
Right, and she was going to meet us at the hotel.
She had met me at the hotel earlier that day.
Right.
And we had lunch.
Yeah, they'd already had lunch. But then she stopped responding to texts.
I may even have her picture. She did apologize again, but just another piece of shit.
She said she fell asleep, way late in the night.
Like,
she
no, you didn't.
Texted him, and she was like, sorry, I fell asleep.
No, you didn't.
What am I, fucking 15, you fucking asshole?
Yeah, I know. You went to sleep, 7 o'clock?
Right, that happened.
I'm looking to see if I have her picture.
Like a young,
young 24-year-old.
Right, in L.A.?
No, yeah, they go
you
to
go
sleep
to sleep
at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
After a big lunch.
Well, yeah, it's a weekend, so you're going to go to sleep at 7, you know?
Yeah, I didn't tell her. She was in the business, too.
What business?
Entertainment somehow. She might have been an actress or something. I didn't tell her.
She wasn't. You're not saying she's a prostitute.
No.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't go on a date like that.
Are you going to keep using the apps?
This was Raya.
Yeah, because you can strike gold on there.
Sure.
You know, you just get. There's going to be.
You just have to take your L's.
3 out of 10 are going to work out. Something like that.
That's a low.
Yeah, well, look, but there's no. You're not going dinner, date, movie, picking her up.
So you're skipping a lot.
You're not doing any of that
nonsense.
stuff that you used to have to do.
Yeah, okay.
So it's worth it. You go meet him for coffee, meet him for a drink.
So it's not like it's a friend of a friend, and you meet him at a restaurant, and then you have dinner, and you get to know each other, and then then a week later you go to a movie, and then a week after that you go. You
pick her up at her house. You got to go to a door.
Yeah,
all that.
Now you go, you have coffee, whatever, you meet her, and then you see how it goes. Yeah, those are fast. I don't mind. The apps are quick. There's no.
And so even if you strike out a bunch of times,
doesn't matter.
It's
yeah.
You can put
I was going to have coffee at this time anyway, whether you were here or not.
It's no less dignified than meeting in a bar. Like a lot of times you meet in an app. Like okay, you can see a little bit about her life. You see a few pictures. All right, you talk a little bit. Like, what's the difference between that and being introduced by someone? You talk a little bit, then you see each other for the second time. So the app is you talk and then you meet. Who cares?
Do you think Norton should go for something maybe like not old, but a little older than like, mid-20s?
Maybe, but I mean that's why it's the price you pay.
Yeah, it is. Young girls are flaky.
They're flaky.
Yeah.
It's the price you pay.
And a lot of times, if like they're young 20s, mid 20s, they're so used to having their ass kissed. And
yes.
And when you're an older guy, you just don't want to put in the fucking work. You're like, I can't do this.
Well, it's also like you were talking about, like sometimes you meet a girl and she's cool and you actually like hanging out with her.
Yeah.
Like there's not that many girls in their mid 20s that are great conversationalists, are there?
No, some of them are okay.
Some of them are okay. I mean, I prefer girls that have had, a little bit of life.
Yeah, just something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer someone 28, 30. Those are good ages to date.
That's not bad, yeah.
That's fine. I would date someone 30, 35. It depends on who they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, the young ones, she's so used to blowing off guys that she would just think Jim's going to try again. Hey, let's try to meet up again. So she doesn't give a shit.
I just won't go.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And he's not putting up, but he's like, no, I'm not a 25-year-old going to kiss your ass and chase you around.
Yeah,
And
I'm older and I'm like over. I understand that this happens, and I've been a scumbag so many times that it's just karma comes back to bite you sometimes.
Yeah.
And she's just going to her friend being like, oh, it's just what I thought. He yelled at me like he was my dad.
Yeah.
Which is
Give her a scolding.
Yeah.
See, I need that. The girl who has like a daddy thing, that's the girl I'll do okay with. You're at that age now where the girl who like wants an older guy. There's a lot of girls like older guys. A lot of them don't. They're creeped out by it, but a lot of them do, and those are the ones you strike gold with.
You like a
Do you
girl
have
with
your
a daddy
real age?
issue.
Do you have your real age on the
I think so, or close to it, yeah.
Mine's like 10 years younger.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I'm just like, yeah. And they're like, you're not really. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. My publicist hooked up my Facebook page. I don't know what.
Oh, I thought I was the only one that said that.
Oh, no, that's the excuse. Because you have to hook it up through Facebook.
Yeah.
You have to go through your
I
Facebook
see.
page so you don't have a fake account.
Because your publicist is not going to set up your dating apps, but they will set up the Facebook.
And whatever
for you.
comes from the Facebook, they age on there. So just like, yeah, she set up a while ago. I don't even know what age she put. I don't pay attention to that.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a show business thing. That's not.
Yeah,
I'm not trying.
I have
to...
no idea what she put there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or you could say it's a glitch in the app. Because a lot of times they'll say it the wrong age. So they'll be saying, I'm not really this, I'm really this. You ever seen that?
Yep.
Where they say, like, the age is wrong on the app. So
It's not a glitch. They're only doing that so you don't lose them by putting a different age in.
So you fit into the.
Yeah, because you won't get, you
That's
put
not
your
a
age
glitch.
range. But
Yeah.
you shouldn't even do that because if someone reads that, they go, all right, this person's really this age, then forget it. I'd rather do it on the date and break it to them.
I'm going to my Facebook right now and seeing. I might have lied, but not by much.
Yeah. The
Because
publicist thing is pretty
you'll
smart.
miss a lot. Like if a 27-year-old girl wants to put age,
Right.
22 to 42.
Right.
If you're 43, you're going to miss that. She'll never see your picture.
Right.
So you have no shot of matching up with her.
Then again, I don't blame her.
So you got to. Yeah, that's true. So you got to balance out like the lowest age that still makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, because if you go on there and be like, yeah, I'm 38, they're gonna what? Why'd you say you're 38?
I don't know where my
what
age
what,
is.
what age do you have on there, Florentine?
I don't know. It's like it's.
You know.
I don't know what it is, but it's like 9 or 10 years younger than I really am.
Mine is 6 years.
Yeah.
That was for the same reason.
Yeah.
So you could fit in. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Parameters.
you're going to
Yeah,
lose
I
a lot
get
of
that.
girls like that.
Which also is like girls are like, that's why I set up the parameters because I want to lose you guys.
But someone who's going to date you for 43, if you're 49, plus I use my real name, my real picture, so it's Googleable. I'm very easy to find. I guess
There's a big difference between 43 and 49.
not really.
You don't think so?
Nah, not that much.
You know
Not
what
for
R.
girls.
Kelly says anyway. Age ain't nothing but a number.
He does, yeah. There's a big difference, between 22 and 11, but between 43 and 49, most girls won't give a fuck. And if they do, all right, well, we won't go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always pretty honest about my age. You just don't want to get lost in the swipe. You don't want to not fit into the brackets.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. You gotta keep your options as high as possible, right?
Yeah. But I don't lie about other stuff.
Jim, whatever happened to that girl whose house you went to and she invited another date over?
Wait till you hear this, Florentine. So Norton is he's hanging out with this girl who's is a friend,
Yeah.
and
But I liked her.
she was young, and he goes over there like in her 20s or whatever, and he goes over to hang out with her.
At her place.
Yes, and her girlfriend.
And he brought his own snacks.
And he brought his. That's right. He brought nuts with him, because he likes nuts.
Yep.
And she was there hanging out with her girlfriend. So it was like and then Norton came and joined them, blah, blah, blah. And he got there, and they were laughing, and he was like, what's so funny? And they were like, oh, you know what we just did because we thought it was funny? We invited a guy over that we met on Tinder just now, so he's coming over.
Oh.
As a goof.
As a goof. Like, isn't
She's
that
like,
funny?
it'll be so funny. This was my second time hanging out with her. The first time hanging out with her, I got vibes from her. This was the second time hanging out with her.
You think that's funny, Florentine?
No.
You don't?
No.
You're a
It could be a
comedian. You
problem,
don't think
too.
that that's funny?
So I'm sitting there I'm like, what am I doing with this girl? And like, was it another girl? It was another girlfriend with her too. So all of a sudden, this guy I'm like, why'd you do that? He's gonna feel like he's gonna get annoyed. She's like, you wouldn't. I'm like, I'd be so pissed off if I was him. So I kind of felt bad for this guy. And then I'm like,
it's a waste of your time too.
but I'm like, I'll stay. So the guy showed up, and he was a trooper. He was not a bad guy. He was okay. And he just fucking kind of stayed and hung out. So then her other girlfriend left. So there's just me, this guy, and her on the sofa, sitting there talking. And me and the guy were trying to outweigh each other. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. I got to get up or whatever. And I'm like, let him fuck this girl. I was just annoyed. But I do have other communications from her.
You do, and it's gone okay.
So she was the one. It wasn't her friend. She was the one who called the
She
guy
did
over.
as a goof.
Yeah, that's bad.
Didn't you have to go back to get your salad?
No, I left my salad there, but I went home.
Oh, that's right. He brought a salad too.
I went home that night, but she did say, she did say she was sorry for that. She texted me later, and don't read anything, Jim. Just read the top 3. She sent me a text about we got to hang out. She was saying, hey, let's hang out. And I said something to her, but then you can read it out loud. The top 3 things she said to me in that text.
What are the top 3?
The top 3 lines.
Top 3 lines.
Yeah, there's 3 texts up there.
But we've been
PG-13.
Oh, so we've been so PG-13.
Okay.
Let's properly hang later this week.
Okay.
I want you to fuck my throat.
Oh, wow.
She was a trooper.
Oh, that's great news.
I didn't do it, but yeah.
You should have.
That was
Can I
recently.
can I read your response?
No.
back? No.
Why? I want to see the
No,
response.
I'll show it to you. No, it's not that bad, but no.
Oh, is it funny?
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay.
yeah. It's typical if a guy she says I want you to fuck my throat. What you're gonna say is gonna happen.
Right.
This is how I want it to go down, basically.
Oh, I didn't miss.
Yeah, it's not that bad. No, it's nothing that.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'd love to know how you responded if you're comfortable with it.
So she said, I want you to fuck my throat. And he says, I would love to lay you on my bed and hang your head over the edge and sink my cock into your mouth.
There it is.
That's a great response.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So much for PG-13.
And she said, let's do that Thursday night then.
We didn't though.
You should have.
Why?
You had you had a great plan.
Because you get busy, she gets busy. Like it's just you talk a lot.
Yeah, you do a lot of shit
It
talking.
is, right?
It's a lot
Yeah.
of shit talking.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talk, but no action.
And sometimes you're just setting it up for another time.
Yeah, and if it never
Yeah.
happens, it never happens. Like she's a late night girl. Like she likes to go out late. She's actually a cool person. I would hang out with her and hang with her. But she's like a late night. You know, I'll get texts from her like 11:30 at night. I'm like, no, I'm in bed.
You should date like a low-level celebrity. Enough of this nonsense.
Well, who?
I don't know. You can find a low-level celebrity, like somebody who's just like kind of
How about a
coming
high
up.
level? celebrity?
Natasha Dreams.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect one.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Sure.
Well, you're not going to date a high-level celebrity.
Sure, I would.
What are you talking about?
She might not.
Yeah,
Natasha Dreams is my level.
The
She's a low-level
problem
celebrity.
with that is the high level celebrity is, you know, if Jim's doing the Funny Bone in Columbus, Ohio, Thursday through Sunday, they don't like sitting in the green room for 4 days.
No, and they
Right.
also don't like being famous and having their boyfriend Googled and having my results come up. My results are not celebrity girlfriend friendly.
Yeah, why don't you date Natasha Dreams? Natasha.
Well, it's up to her.
Okay. All
I
right.
think she
not up
was,
to
she was
me.
flirting with you pretty hard, I thought.
Yeah, I know, but on the radio it never means anything. You know how it is.
Have you had interactions with her off the air?
We chatted. We never met up. No, we talked about eating. But again, I wouldn't. I would eat with her. I'm not just gonna fuck her if I eat with her.
Yeah, but you might. That's the point,
I'm
right?
a weirdo, dude. I'm a weirdo as I get older.
What do you mean?
I don't fuck that often.
Why not?
I just don't. Scary world.
You're worried about AIDS?
Well,
It's
there's a lot of things you have to worry. You have to worry about like diseases, pregnancy's a big one. There's a lot of shit with her. You don't have to worry
You're
about.
worried about
pregnancy.
you're worried about.
But
you're
no, but
worried
I'm saying
Natasha's gonna get pregnant.
as a general rule. No, I might.
The movie Junior.
As a general rule, you know how it is, Jim. You gotta start being very careful.
Yeah, we'll get a vasectomy.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
That
smart.
will,
Why don't you get a vasectomy?
You're right. I haven't. I
Yeah.
just don't. I should.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that, you can't get AIDS if you have a vasectomy.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if you know that. Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's true.